We're live.
Welcome back, Eurovision fam. We have so many national finals to update you on and a lot to catch up on before next week's shows, which is going to be even more crazy than this last week was. How are you guys doing? We're so glad to see you back for a stream.
Oh my
And yeah,
gosh.
we have a ridiculous amount of topics just to go over this stream. Do you want to introduce us to everything that we're going to be talking about?
Sure, I have a little notey note. So we have the site articles.
Yes.
We have a fun one there. Graphics came out. Allocation draw happened. We've got the stage. Ireland, Norway, Spain all selected their songs. Joker out. So Slovenia released their song.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the singers from Greece, Austria, Armenia, and Georgia. Germany chose their TikTok option. Okay, Germany. Then we're going to go over results. We're going to review ESCZ ahead of the results tomorrow. We finally have some results from Malta. We've been waiting for how long? Then we're going to talk about Melfest,
Mm-hmm.
Pabandon Ishnao, Supernova, and then we're going to wrap it up by just talking about what has finals next week. So that's going to be Supernova, Estee Lau, Dora, Selectia Nacionala. That's basically us going over the ones that we haven't already talked about. You
Yes,
can check
yes.
our other streams for like the other song ones doing that. So,
Mm-hmm. We're also going to be
guys,
talking about some polls toward the end of the stream too, so keep your eye open for those.
keep the. You'll see where I have the polls sprinkled. You'll see.
Lily got them figured out.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and kick things off with site articles.
Yes.
The article we have this week, I was wrong about, but that's okay. That article will probably be this week. Is a ridiculous 2023 Eurovision qualification prediction based off of semi-final allocation draw by Alicia Michelle.
Yes.
Y'all know her at this point. Really, truly, if you're on YouTube,
The OG American Euro fan.
Hell yeah. And so basically what it is an article she wrote. It's really fun and tongue-in-cheeky about who she thinks is going to qualify based solely off of this allocation draw. Really not much else, because when she read the article, there weren't a lot of songs out yet. There were only 3 stuff.
Now we have 6, 7. But yeah, go ahead and check out the article, you guys. It's super interesting. It's quite cheeky, and I think it's really it's good to know someone's thought process of how they think songs are going to qualify or vote for each other, because I'm really bad at detecting these things. Lily's great at detecting these things. I'm not. So this is helpful for people like me.
Yeah. And then we also got the graphics. If I was smart, I would have put them on a slideshow and put them in front of you guys, but y'all, I've had a weekend. Anyways,
she's in
graphics
y'all.
I know I'm not. You want to? I can see. What building is that? No. That's Penn Station there, but that.
She's in Tiffany Pollard country.
Oh goodness, yes. I wish. Icon queen. I love her. Yeah, I have the Manhattan skyline out my window. Anyways, what am I doing? Talking about graphic stuff. So for graphics, we have like the logo's a bunch of hearts. I think it's cute. I wear my heart glasses. And the colors on them represent the Ukrainian flag, the British flag, and the oh my gosh, Joys of Eurovision.
The joy and diversity of the contest.
Thank you. I think it's cute.
Okay, this is the first time I'm reading that sentence. Go off.
I think it's cute.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Speaking of cute, Penny Lane as the font. Oh my goodness. I love it. I'm not gonna lie. Penny Lane is so cute. I don't really like I'm not a big non-serif font fan because I look at fonts all day, but I like it. Penny Lane it has so much character. It feels so Liverpool.
It's supposed to be because like the font is based off of street signs in Liverpool's.
Very well done.
I like the nod. I like the nod to keeping the country of the city that's hosting, and that choice. I like the fact that the colors are thoughtful, kind of combining both host countries because it's dual hosting.
It's using yellow finally. I love the minute times when yellow is used. Yellow is such an amazing color. So good job on that front too. And
Yellow
good
is
evening,
nice.
Leo.
Hello, Leo. How are you today? This fine Sunday. Oh my God,
Sun
Sunday.
it's Sunday. It's finally Sunday.
Days blur together. We also got the stage.
Yes.
Basically, the stage designer is Julio Himera, and the stage is meant to like represent like a hug, embracing, you know, everyone coming in. I
Hmm.
like the way it looks. I like how we have like a kind of a catwalk to a center.
Yeah.
The stage is centered, like the
Hmm.
satellite stage is kind of centered. Also, I like that they have like the circles above the stage. It kind of looks like a speaker, but it also kind of plays a nod to how the logo looks this year too.
Hmm. Kind of just like that beating heart, like the reverberating
Yeah.
echo-ness of it. I don't have the visual terms to describe it, but I also think it's really enthralling. And when they are kind of like lighting scripts and stuff to accompany all the acts, I'm sure it's really
Yeah.
going to elevate too. And the
Oh
stage,
yeah.
it's kind of Asian Music Award, if anyone knows how those look. But I say that in a really loving way because you get some great performances on a stage like that. And the big LED, I love a big LED, period.
Honestly, I think the way the stage is, it could be really used in a diverse way that can be thoughtful.
Hmm.
Like I'm looking at it and I'm like, if you have a more intimate song, put them on the satellite stage and kind of darken everything out like
APD
behind
that
them.
thing, you know?
Yeah, APD it because then it very much just looks like you're isolated there, which could be really nice for like a ballad when you have everyone with their phones out.
Hmm.
Then you have like it's just there's a lot you can do a lot with this stage. I think if you're a creative person
Hmm.
doing stage direction. Then we also have we didn't talk about the slogan, which is United by Music,
Yes.
which is cute.
Hmm.
I think. Yeah, I like United by Music. It kind of
United
brings
by
us all
Music is
together for
nice.
this
I mean,
silly little contest.
we have a history of not having such great slogans. This has a ring to it, though. I really like United by
Yeah,
Music.
yeah, it works well for that.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of like the official stuff we got Monday, Tuesday from the official channel.
Hmm.
Let's go ahead and talk about the allocation draw, though.
The allocation draw. So, you guys, we have our semi-final determinants on who is going to be in each semi-final, each country. Wow, that was a terrible sentence, but
Aren't you like a writer?
I know, I literally am, and I can't. I can't. But anyways, you guys, so all the countries participating in Eurovision have been divided into pots, and those have been randomly selected from two. Basically, we divided the countries in half. Half, the first semifinal, will consist of Croatia, Ireland, Latvia, Malta, Norway, Portugal, and Serbia in the first half of semifinal one. And the second half will consist of Azerbaijan, Czech Republic, Finland, Israel, Moldova, the Netherlands, Sweden, and Switzerland. Voting in this semifinal will be the three big six voting countries: France, Germany, and Italy. The second semifinals, first half, will have Armenia, Belgium, Cyprus, Denmark, Estonia, Greece, Iceland, and Romania. The second half is going to have Albania, Australia, Austria, Georgia, Lithuania, Poland, San Marino, and Slovenia. Voting in this semifinal will be Spain, Ukraine, and the UK. So that is what it looks like right now. And do remember to check out Alicia's article about the allocation draw and how strategically things can look about that. But those are the semifinals that we have currently.
I don't know. I feel like semifinal one is stronger based just on past history.
Hmm. I
Um,
think so too.
like Norway, Sweden, and Finland are in a great spot because they're together. You
Yeah.
get those three together. I worry. Yeah, like I kind of worry for Latvia and Switzerland. I'm like, what are you two gonna be doing?
Hmm.
And then Cyprus and Greece are together, so they're gonna just be happy.
It doesn't matter. Like as long as they're together, then no one can hurt them.
Yeah, I mean, like semifinal two is I think harder for me to go through and go, okay, what's gonna happen here?
Hmm.
Semi one I feel like is less open.
Hmm.
Um, and like now that we have more songs, like I feel like Ireland's gonna end up like in the second spot. We'll talk about Ireland more in depth here coming up in a little
Up
bit.
next. up next,
In fact,
actually.
right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ireland. They chose their song.
We Are One by Wild Youth.
Oh my gosh. Do you want to kind of start off with your thoughts, or should I start with my thoughts?
I can start off with my thoughts. So, yeah, people really seem to be behind the song, and the fact that this is their entry. It's quite interesting because, I mean, the contest. Okay, like just stepping back and giving context. The contest is taking place in the United Kingdom, and the Irish song to represent is called "We Are One." I'm kind of getting like we're United Ireland vibes, but that probably wasn't even the intention. Sonically, the song is it's not terrible. The vocal delivery though needs a lot of work. It is quite pitchy, but there's a lot of time to work on that. And I do think that by the time we have the revamp, there's going to be a lot more presence in the song. There's a lot of time to work on it, but we do need some polishing as of right now. So
Well, to be fair, everyone needed polishing at that national final.
oh wow, yeah.
Though
If you
that
guys
would
want some good TV, if you want some good television, go ahead and watch
no,
that
I'll tell
national
you what it
final.
was. Because I was in the car and Jordan just sent me a text that says, "You're gonna have a stroke when you watch this national final." I enjoyed it. I got to the hotel. The first thing I did was I started listening to the songs. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is entertaining. I just dire. But talking about this song in particular, not dire. I'm gonna just highlight a message from Leo real quick. Leo S says, "At least it's not Hawaii." That's the only positive thing I can say about Ireland. Okay, like yeah, I understand that. But when I hear this song, one of the pros of it is also the biggest drawback, which is the melody is like you hear the melody, you go, "Oh, this sounds familiar." So that's going to be your biggest like draw for people. So it's like, "Oh, that song that sounds like a commercial. That song that sounds like this other song I've heard."
Like
Yeah. Oh, no. Because this is another point I was going to bring up real quick. I'm going to highlight another comment here in a second. But like it just sounds like such a generic melody that I've heard before.
Yes.
And I'll tell you exactly where I heard it because I had this in my notes too. Jeff Froh says, "We Are One" sounds so much like Hillsong or a Christian worship song group.
I was just about to say that. It sounds like a youth pastor is about to like organize your entire week. It does sound quite. It moves in the direction of like Christian pop rock, which is something that I'm kind of familiar with.
I don't know if Europeans have the same phenomenon, but we have people in the US who like go to public school, but they're not allowed to listen to worldly music, aka non-Christian music. They also are like only allowed to watch VeggieTales, even though they're like 14.
This is a very specific kind of person, but it does line up with what they would listen to. Like this does move
this
in that
would be
direction.
their favorite song.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh, you like rock music? Let me play you this." And I would be like,
and it's "We Are One" by Wild Youth.
Let me play you, I don't know. Let me bust out some of Johnny Lydon's old stuff from the 70s for you, baby, if you think that's rock. I think it'll scare you. Yeah, it's just very it's just very Christian worship music, and I generally speaking cannot stand that genre. It just takes me back to like long car rides with terrible people.
Oof. For me, yeah, I grew up Catholic basically, so I'm quite familiar with the end of this road. We have a lot of time though. They have a lot of time to make it sound a bit less Christian, a bit more risky. Hopefully they take that angle. This is Ireland though, so we don't have that guarantee.
I mean, comment from Gabrielle Greenwood. RTE needs a new head of delegation. Ireland is such a treasure trove of music and artists, and they managed to make Eurovision appealing to none of them. There you go. Also, apparently Wild Youth is known in Ireland. So my biggest thing is if this song doesn't do well, it's going to just set Ireland back even further as far as coming up with something new and fresh.
It's I can definitely see that.
You can go for something fresher with a newer act who's not as well known. And if they fail, it's not that big of a deal. So, Yeah. I mean, I don't mean it like, oh, if they fail, it's not that big of a. I mean, like, if they fail, it's not going to be like, oh, well, we could send insert really famous artist and we'd still come last, sort of a thing. You could send someone.
It's the sentiment of the delegation. It's how badly they want to do good.
Yeah, but we're gonna go from Ireland to something a little fresher, a little more current,
Little
and that
more.
is going to be Norway. So
Her
Norway
name is she. Yeah, please.
Norway chose Queen of Kings by
Yeah.
Alessandra Mele.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, what do you think about this one?
I love it. I don't know. It took me so long to get behind the song because I was just like, wait, this is kind of like a Disney Channel-y pirate shanty the first time I listened to it, but then like it never left my head. It never left my head, and I'm okay. MGP, we've been following this show for literally over a month, and I'm connected to all of these songs. I have a personal connection to all of them, no exception Queen of Kings, but yeah, it does make sense why this won. It does make sense why it was viral. And yeah, congratulations, Alessandra. She smashed the televote and the
Oh my
jury, you
gosh,
guys. Oh,
she crushed that
not a
televote.
chance. There just wasn't a chance.
No one could come close. Personally, I don't really vibe with the song because it's just a genre I don't like, generally speaking. It to me, when I hear this music, I just think of like AMVs from like 2006.
No, not AMVs.
It's giving me like AMV post.
Not Naruto X Hinata. No, like no.
Yeah, it would be Naruto X Hinata. It would be. Well, no,
I'm sorry. I'm
doesn't
sorry.
have a personality to be.
No, that would be more of a Sasuke X Sakura kind of a deal, you know?
I don't even know because like I never watched Naruto. I don't know anything about Naruto.
I'm watching it right now. That's why I say that. But it is very AMV. I see why you say that completely because there's just something about it where it's just like, this belongs in a compilation. And that's how most people in the world know the song, actually.
Yeah. It got popular on TikTok. And people associate with that with the Miss World and Ukraine and stuff. So yeah. And Leo S says Disney Channel parrot shanty.
I mean, it kind of is. I say that in a really loving way, though, because Eurovision is a show that appeals to all ages. So this goes for like a really young crowd and a really old crowd at the same time. Go for it.
It's fine. There's nothing objectively wrong about it. It's just like a genre that's not for me.
She's gonna get the Roop effect.
It's catchy. Honestly, she might get the Roop effect. I'm kind of tired of this era with Norway. Like this whole like, let's send something that's like gonna be popular on the internet era from them. Like last year, we know how I feel about that song. I feel better about this one than I did about that one. So they are trending up again. But like,
the Verbal Olympics you were doing last year for Subwoofer. But it's okay because that is no longer on the horizon. We actually have like a reveal from Subwoofer as well. The reveal.
I was like, who? Who are these people? I don't know this man. I don't recognize this man. Oh, I'm sorry to this man.
But I mean, at least they were able to hand it off to Alessandra, who is a very nice vocalist. Her voice.
She is. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of how we feel about that. Spain also selected their song.
Wow.
I have positive things to say about that one.
Oh
so goodness. Blanca Paloma.
White butterfly.
Yay. What?
Blanca Paloma means white butterfly.
Oh, Paloma means butterfly?
Paloma's butterfly.
Grapefruit.
I mean, grapefruit Paloma is a drink. That's why.
Okay,
I've made countless grapefruit Palomas throughout my career. But yeah, Blanca Paloma won, you guys, and she won the jury vote and the televote, lost the demoscopic vote in the final, though, to Vico.
I just, whenever I saw Vico's outfit, I'm like, I hate this outfit so much. It's so
You're another hater of Vico's outfit? I don't hate it. I mean,
it's
the whole white-ish tennis shoes, I'm like, huh? But the crotch? Oh, yeah, the whole part where it's just like, hey, guys, here's all my skin here. Nowhere else. Paloma means dove. I am so sorry.
Dove.
I thought it meant butterfly. I am so sorry. White dove. That's even better.
No, Marisol is butterfly.
Mariposa. That is butterfly.
Mariposa. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I'm the Spanish one here. I should know this correctly. Thank you though for correcting me. Paloma means dove. I should have known that. But white dove, yeah. So Aya Aya, how are we feeling about Aya Aya, you guys? Do remember to leave us a comment, by the way.
Yeah. I like it. I enjoyed the memes about her being Albanian even more.
That was ridiculous. Like
I was dying
save my
reading
Albanian
those.
mother. And I'm just like, y'all are out of your damn mind.
I think this is good. It's a side of Spain we haven't really gotten at Eurovision.
Since like the
It's a side
70s.
of, yeah, but it's a side of Spain that like everyone can like go, oh, that's Spain. Immediately you go, Spain. Right off the bat.
España.
Yeah. So yeah, I honestly am happy to see that there.
So am I.
Oh, I pushed the wrong button. I'm sorry. This is what I wanted to do. It rarely so Leo S says it rarely happens. My favorite wins a national final, and yesterday Blanca won. I was so happy, and it was so well deserved. I agree, it was well deserved. It was 100% like that. Staging is a work of art. The overall package is so gorgeous. Just take that to Liverpool.
I'm gonna say a really big claim right now. She is the best vocalist we've heard so far this year, and it's gonna be very hard for anyone to beat that, because what she was able to accomplish in those 3 minutes, it's out of this world. Like that is probably going to go down as one of the most iconic Eurovision closing a high notes ever, just based on that alone. Yeah, sits in the same table with Voila. I'm inclined to agree. Agree. Yeah.
Yep. Agreed. Peter is in the house. Peter Hanniches. Blanca deserved the win, though my winner was Agony. Or is it Agane? And Blanca was my third.
Agane, he could have taken it. He very well could have taken it. Delivered well. It has all the things in a Eurovision song that traditionally do well in the contest as of the last 10 years. It's got that electronic element. It has that visual pietà moment. It has a choreography in the chorus. It has a beat drop. A lot of these things really work, but I think Spain just wanted to go for flamenco this year.
Yeah. And I think, honestly, I'm happy to have it there. So,
but Agane can definitely come back, because I mean, hey, he could do it. He still could.
And then just a moment of silence for our girl. Peter Hanich says,
oh my goodness,
flop was so hard to watch. Woo.
Mi familia no son los primeros.
Like, just no, it was hard to watch. It was hard to watch. I agree.
Girl, are you a singer? Like, I really, like, I was asking myself that both in the semifinal and the final. I was like, you are an amazing writer, amazing artist in so many ways, but the vocals, I'm a little confused, because this is I still think my favorite song of the year. Bold statement, maybe not so bold, but Blanca is a contender for the win. Is it weird that I also think so? I've been kind of hesitant to say that. Kind of hesitant. But I think at least the jury.
To say winner, I say really well, though. I can see this doing really well. Just because we haven't heard enough songs yet for me to go, that's winning.
So, I'm one of those people who will call it no matter the math. So, Vanya, you and I are in the same boat. I feel like it can happen.
Yeah. So we're going to go from Spain's results to Joker Out. Slovenia has released their song. You guys. Joker Out is bringing us Carpe Diem. And I don't know. I'll go first. I love this. I love this.
I knew you would. This is Lili print all over. All over.
I'm in New York because I went to a rock concert, y'all. Guys, like, this is so good. My biggest issue is that there's not really a hook when you listen to it. The hook kind of lies in the guitar, and it's kind of like set back, which is up my alley, because I don't like it when it's like in your face, like this is this. My concern is that with Eurovision, you want to have more of a pop construction with your songwriting, because that pop construction is popular for a reason. People can latch on to something and really click with it.
Yeah.
I love this, and you know what? It's even better live. Like, when you watch that live
yet. I've seen a clip of it live. I haven't actually watched the live yet, but it sounded really good.
Like, you know how, like, usually when you watch a live performance of a band, only the singer is good at connecting down camera? every one of them boys knows how to serve face to a camera.
What is it with these Slovenian boys nowadays and just serving face to a camera? Like they
Oh, you
just
want to
get it.
talking about Slovenian boys serving face to a camera? They did a they kind of they sang disco, and Flip came out.
Oh
And
my
he's
goodness!
improved as a performer so much. He looks so comfortable on stage.
Oh, he
And
grew up.
now I'm like, I want LPS to come back and give him 5 years to kind of get together more and get more confidence. Bring LPS back. I love this. This is now my winner of the season that we know is going to be in Eurovision so far.
Ooh, we have another Slovenia in the top 3, y'all. Haven't had that since Amen was in my top 3.
Yeah.
But
what do you think?
I also really, really like it. But one thing though, I kind of feel like, as you were saying, I'm missing kind of a hook, and I don't know if that's kind of just Eurovision conditioning me to crave a hook. But at the current state it's in, it feels slightly sheltered, the melody, and it might not be like a most awesome sign for like 3 minutes in a competitive setting, but it might not even necessarily need that because Slovenia doesn't necessarily even go for that all the time. I'm glad that they didn't, but yeah, this is something that I can listen to at any time of the day and vibe to it, and it's just enjoyable. I do want it to be just like slightly more though, I think, in which case I'm waiting to see the live performance because I see a lot of love for that. That might be the top of the pyramid. That might be the keystone for me.
Yeah. Zavanya Lubich says Joker out are going to avenge LPS this year.
They need justice. LPS needs justice. They should not have been treated that way.
Those are my Slovenian children, okay? I don't care what anyone says. I love LPS. They are all my kids. I'm looking at more comments here.
But yeah, Joker out. I feel like we have a qualification like under
Gabrielle
the belt.
Greenwood. It's difficult because the hook is there, but it's in Slovenian and it's lyric heavy, so it doesn't stand out from the verses as much as it could. I think that's what it is. It's like for me personally, I like that though. Like I like it when songs have like non-traditional, when we say like traditional pop music forms. I kind of am drawn to that.
Yeah.
Because like my just personal taste in music is so rangy. But yeah, I do like it. Then we have Jeffro. I feel people will underrate Carpe Diem, like people underrated Friend of a Friend. You know what? I did not underrate Friend of a Friend. I did not. I called that song coming top 10. I was barely wrong.
I was one to underrate Friend of a Friend. I was someone who was completely wrong about it. I thought it wouldn't qualify, but yeah.
Oh no, it's I'm not going to say this is qualifying yet, but it'll do well. Peter Hadich says, I think Slovenia is back in the final and can finish very early prediction between 11 and 13. You know what? Slovenia is one of those countries that getting to the final is them winning. You know what I mean? I would love for them to win the whole thing one day because Ljubljana seems like a great city to go to.
Right? It's connected to so many other cities. There's so much character. It's an old city. Oh, hello.
Comment from Carmen. Hello, Carmen. Hello, thank you from Slovenia. I was nervous, but the song is great and the live was even better. Exactly. Like, I wasn't nervous. I'm not going to lie. Because
great job, y'all.
I went through when they were announced. I saw my Twitter feed was so excited about Joker Out being announced. I went and listened to their whole discography. And I was like, you know what? I love this band. I'm into this band now. I've been listening to their other stuff still. Like I have them on my like rotational playlist I listen to. So I'm like, I'm just happy I found another band I love. And they have a good song that did not disappoint me.
Can I also just say really quick how much I love the fact that we finally have a title, Carpe Diem? I feel like we kind of been waiting for that for a while. I love Carpe Diem as a song title, and I mean it suits the song really well. Good job, Slovenia. Like Slovenia doesn't need to follow anyone else's formula. That's what I love about them.
And real quick, I was going to go on to the polls, but Vanya Lubich says, have you seen Constructa's performance in the Slovenian show, Queen? I did not see that.
No, I will watch it, though. I will watch it, though.
Speaking of Constructa, Incorporação was a Latin title. Carpe Diem is a Latin title. 5th place for Slovenia. Also, oh my God, what's the name of that song? 2012 Albania.
2012 Albania.
Ronella.
Goose?
Seuss. Seuss is
Yeah.
also a Latin title. Came sixth. Maybe we need songs with Latin titles in native languages that are like in languages that are kind of like Balkan.
For potentially
And then you
Slovenia's
get
best result ever.
yeah. And then you get a good result. You never
Mhm.
know. So yeah, Seuss was Latin title, Albanian song, Incorporacional, Latin title, Serbian song, Slovenia. We've got Carpe
Carpe
Diem, Latin
diem.
title, Slovenian
Yeah.
song.
Let's watch out for Joker Out because this, based on this trend, it's looking amazing.
Yeah. So hey, it's a good. It might be a good thing. We do love Latin. You know what? Ecce in pictura espuela. I'm not gonna quote a Latin textbook. I'm sorry. But yeah, we love
I never
Latin.
took Latin. So.
You weren't missing much. Latin's for nerds. Okay, so we're gonna go on to the polls now. The first poll, I mean.
Oh yeah, the
So
polls.
our first poll we ran, like I've been running polls in the community tab. Get in on it. If you're subscribed, hit those. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and you'll see the polls in your thing. We got a lot of, even though people weren't subscribed, they were voting in the polls. So let's go ahead and go over the results of the first one I ran. Oh, the second one I ran, which pertains to these topics. It was, which of the 4 songs chosen this weekend is your favorite? So in last place, with 2% of the vote, we had Ireland Wild Youth. In second place, in third place, third place, we had Carpe Diem, which I'm disappointed, y'all. Like Slovenia, third. But you know what? That's okay, because second place was with 37% of the vote. But Queen of Kings took it at 43% of the vote. Which, I mean, it kind of makes sense. It was kind of more popular with typical Eurovision fans. Yeah. And like it was more people voted in the poll than we have subscribers. So
which should tell you guys to go subscribe to us.
Exactly.
You'll get all the freshest updates from us. I promise.
Yeah. So
but
that
yeah,
was
regarding this, I was a little surprised. I was a little surprised by the result, I'm not gonna lie. I thought AIA would take it.
Okay. Honestly, I didn't know what was gonna take it. I knew what was gonna come last though.
So did I. But time, they have time. They have time. Ireland has time. And they can use that to the best of their ability. Are they going to do that? Historically, they have not done so. But they can still do that.
Yeah. Speaking of time, I don't know why I did that as a transition. We're talking about Greece. Greece chose their singer. It's going to be Victor Vernos, I think is how you pronounce his name.
Victor Vernikos.
Vernikos. And the song's not released yet. We got a title. What is the title of the song? I did not write it down. Oh, well. So I went through and I listened to... What They Say
is the name of the song.
Thank you. I went through and listened to his entire discography. Doesn't have a lot of it because he's 16. He's a baby. He's an infant. I personally... he doesn't make my kind of music.
What kind of music does he make?
White guy with an acoustic guitar.
Okay.
I promise you this guy has played Wonderwall at a party. Do kids still do that? If this was 10 years ago, I would say
they did in my youth. Like, that was a thing that happened even when I was in high school, so...
Like, I feel like every guy who has an acoustic guitar plays Wonderwall.
Checkered Vans.
Yeah, I just check it...
It's very checkered Vans.
Yeah, checkered fans are at least comfortable. Jeffro, Shawn Mendes like music. Yes, that's exactly that's the artist I pointed out specifically.
Okay, I mean, but that's also a very popular sound in Europe too. So could go over relatively well. I personally, I'm not a huge fan of when the Hellenic countries take this angle. Kind of like John Karagiannis kind of deal, it doesn't quite feel like it's very representative of what the country listens to or wants to put on stage. It kind of feels like it feels not absolutely 100% serious, if I'm being honest. But I'll be honest, I haven't listened to any of Victor's songs yet, and I'm looking forward to what this could be. Greece, they're putting a lot of young people on stage, though. I noticed, like Stefania was quite young, and the
Yeah.
person who read off their points last year was an actual child. So
Yeah. I'm not. It's not my thing personally.
Mhm.
But like you said, it is popular in Europe, so you know what?
I'll keep my
I
eyes
don't live in
open for
Europe for
it.
a reason.
Mm.
Okay. The next artist that was announced this week was for Austria. We
Yes.
have two singers, Taya and Selena. They had met like on an Austrian TV show to kind of be like singers on that. And we don't have the song yet, but we know
Mhm.
the release date is going to be Women's Day. So March 8th is when we'll have that out. I went through and I listened to Taya's entire discography.
Mhm.
She's an artist who plays well with others. Most of her stuff is collabs. She's got a song with like over 1 million streams, and her
Mhm.
monthly listeners are pretty high. She does a lot of like dancey, upbeat pop songs.
Mhm.
I couldn't find anything for Selena though. I think it's the problem if your stage name is Selena. So like,
That's like maybe the sixth Selena we've gotten in like the last 30 years.
yeah, like it was hard. I was like, I know she's not this Selena. I know she's not that Selena. I couldn't really find her, unfortunately.
Hey, emerging artists,
Then
how about you don't just use a first name to use as your identifying moniker? It's a
okay,
lot harder to find you.
all
But
right, Leo.
anyways, Taya does sound great. Taya goes to my oh show her your support.
Yeah, you know
Get her
what?
like a
I
coffee or
now know you're
something. Tell her
Austrian, Leo.
congratulations.
We'll see what
Taya does sound
happens.
great though. I also listened to her discography, and she does sound really good. She drifts between like R&B influences to electronic
Yeah.
influences. Her collabs are amazing. Her voice is also great. I like that raspiness to it
Hmm.
of just like her natural singing voice. It could turn out very well, but I'm also still waiting on Selena because this is still completely off the radar. She
Yeah.
is at least.
So we'll see what they bring us.
Mhm.
Um, and you know, you said R&B. Let's talk about Armenia because Armenia is giving us R&B. Okay, they've selected Brunette.
Mhm.
Girl, ooh, I listened to her discography. So I have an artist, an R&B singer I love, who's like on my Melody Festival in Dreamlist, who she would never show up at Melody Festival in because she took a picture with Beyonce yesterday, so she doesn't need Melody Festival in. Snow Allegra. Okay. Snow Allegra. The brunette is giving me Snow Allegra vibes, and
Mm.
I couldn't be happier to have her at Eurovision. I love R&B music.
Mhm.
I love just the chill, laid back, sexy, just the sexy vibe coming
Mhm.
off of Brunette's music. She is fantastic.
That's really exciting. I have not listened to Brunette's discography, but knowing that it's R&B, we get like one R&B entry in Eurovision every like 6 years, you guys. I'm really excited for Armenia too, Peter. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
also
so
do think
excited.
they're going to be investing a lot into making this sound and look good because of how well Snap did and how well their junior Eurovision acts are doing. They need to carry the momentum, and I feel like they do know that, which is why they picked her.
Yeah, I think she's a great choice, and she's going to give us something we really haven't seen on Eurovision.
Period. I need that. Like my soul needs R&B.
Yeah. R&B hasn't really been showcased in Eurovision. I'm excited. That's what Jeff Rose says. Honestly, we had an R&B song last year. You know what country has brought us more R&B than any other country?
Ooh.
Former Yugoslav Macedonia and North Macedonia.
Yeah.
They're the two
Why is
countries.
that?
That's the
Why
country that
is
brings us the
that?
most.
Like autumn leaves.
Okay, Autumn Leaves backing vocalists were Blackstreet, which still confuses me to this day. I don't know how many of you
What
know this. They were a very popular R&B group from the 90s with a hit song called No Diggity. And so like I kept thinking of that. I was like, why are Blackstreet here? But okay. Um
I would be able to pull out a Blackstreet CD from my grandmother's like chest. Like you have no clue. Armenia's
I
bringing us a
have
drop.
I
Yeah.
definitely have one of their CDs at home.
Hmm.
For sure. So yeah.
But
Armenia's bringing us the
yeah,
pop. Yeah.
like again, North Macedonia would be the one to bring the R&B, but it doesn't come very often either.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, we're like in a rush because we have time constraints this week.
Mhm,
So we're gonna go ahead and head on over to, you mentioned junior, in a country that's successful at junior,
mhm.
Georgia. They selected their artist, and she's a junior winner.
Yes, she is.
So yeah. What's her name? I'm so sorry. Iru. Oh my gosh, I'm
Kechanovi.
so bad at catch it.
Kitchenovi or Kachanovi, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, Nova. When I saw who was still in Georgia's running on The Voice, I wanted it to be her
Mm.
because I remember listening to her single that came out about a month ago called Idea, I think is
Oh,
what it
yeah.
translates to.
Mm.
Woo! That's a good song. That's a great song.
Go ahead and give it
She
a listen,
wrote,
you guys.
she's a co-writer on I Believe, which was Georgia's song this year at Junior. And the streets are saying her songwriter is going to be Giga Kukanjidze. So bad at pronouncing Georgian names. He's one of those. He's one of Junior's stable
He composed
Georgian
Museo,
songwriters.
didn't he?
Mhm.
And
He composed Museo. He's composed a couple of other ones for them. Also, the song Idea, he is the songwriter on, and he is the
Mm.
producer. So when you look at the song, he's like, it's his studio. The song Idea was released through. So there is precedent for that. I hope that rumor is true,
Mhm.
because if it is, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start getting ready
Tbilisi.
for Tbilisi. I'm gonna start
Tbilisi,
getting ready for
baby.
Tbilisi. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna start getting ready because it's like we've wanted this for so long, and Georgia's gonna
Mhm.
finally give it to us.
Yeah, finally a country that starts with a G picking up the slack.
Yeah,
How about
fantastic.
countries that don't pick up the slack? Because I believe that's the next topic.
Well,
Oh wait, no,
actually, the
poll
next
results.
topic
Poll
is a
results. Yeah.
polls.
Yeah.
Poll results. So we have a result from another poll, which was basically which of these four singers that have been announced, where we don't have the songs yet, which one is your favorite? So this one's a little tighter. So Austria in fourth place with 12%, Greece 18%, Georgia 19%, and Runaway Brunette with 51% of the vote.
They're on that kami high still, and I
Let
love
them
that
have that
about
kami
them.
kami high. They deserve it.
They absolutely do. So that was the artists poll, you guys. Burnett got
Yeah,
51%. Congratulations, Burnett. From
yeah.
here, we do move on to Germany, though. Germany selected the TikTok song.
They
They
chose.
did that.
You know what? I'm going to start by saying the curse of Glee continues.
Oh, oh
Because
my god.
I think I'm like, I noticed it because one of the songs from TikTok, one of the songwriters was on Glee.
Mhm.
Quarter
Yeah,
Overstreet was on
yeah.
Glee. Then we also have the fact that his brother. I thought the most embarrassing thing anyone who was in the band Hot Shell Ray did was play the county fair in York, Pennsylvania in 2012. Apparently not. It is the fact that they couldn't qualify to have a TikTok round on a German national selection. So that's just my first thoughts, real quick. Um, so what Germany actually chose was Lied mit gutem Text by Ika Haftgold.
Mhm.
Um,
I don't like it. I don't
we
like
don't
it.
talk about German comedians for a reason,
Oh my goodness.
except for Barbara. I do love Barbara.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't exactly have anything positive to say at this moment. Do you?
it's funny. It's funny if you know German. It's funny.
I'm sure.
Um, but it's not appropriate for Eurovision. Guys,
Okay.
don't worry. It's not
Interesting.
going to win. It's in German. Germany's not going to send a song in German.
No one, like they're a Germanic country. They hate their language more than anyone else.
Yeah. So that's all I have to say about that. It's
Mhm.
funny. If you know German, it is actually funny.
Okay.
It sounds very German.
It
Like when I
does.
hear it, I see sandals with people wearing socks, and I see fanny packs. That's what I see in my head visually.
Why is it the perfect description of just like a German stranger? But anyways. Oh.
That's how I know my uncle earned his citizenship. He's always wearing socks and sandals and a fanny pack.
Period.
So yeah.
From Germany, we
Let's go
migrate
ahead and
to
talk. Yeah.
neighbor Czechia, you guys.
Uh,
We're not going to know the winner until Tuesday, and the voting is still open, and it's international voting. So if you haven't voted yet, you are still able to do so.
I
The
voted.
entries, I haven't yet. I'm going to after the stream. But the entries that we saw perform, Maela singing Flood, Pam Rabbit singing Ghosting, Marketa Iglova, you guys should remember her from Song Vaketnin last year, singing Happy, Vesna singing My Sister's Crown, and Rodan, who was performing Introvert Party Club. What are your thoughts?
Real quick, I'm going to get sidetracked for a second. It's okay, Leo, me too. I'm wearing Adidas slides and socks that are Adidas and also Adidas sweatpants. So
Ooh,
I'm
we're on a
also
German kick, y'all.
I'm repping Germany too, sorry. I honestly, I like the selection. I think all the songs were good. Just couple stood out more to me than others. Those two being Introvert Party Club. I was like pleasantly surprised by that because I'm usually a hater of a guy with an acoustic guitar. Not my thing, but he sold me. Rodan sold me on that. But Vesna, My Sister's Crown, that one took me.
That song is ready for Eurovision. It's ready for Eurovision. Yeah.
It's ready to go. It's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Clean up the staging a little bit. There were some messy bits, but it's ready to go.
Oh, that was only by circumstance of like the staging that the national final had. By the time it's Liverpool, you know?
The Czech Republic knows how to stage.
Except for... I didn't enjoy the staging for My Sister's Crown, but that can... Like, I'm expecting a whole lot more. If it wins. But it could. It very well could. It's a favorite.
I mean, would I oppose a trip to the Czech Republic hosting Eurovision? No. I love Prague. Prague is beautiful.
Prague would be nice.
I don't know if they would do it in Prague, but
there's a lot of Filipinos out in Prague too. Did y'all know that?
Are they all nurses?
That would not be... No, probably, like, to a degree, either nurses or domestic workers, because that's just what happens to us. But I do want to highlight someone else in the Czech Republic, Pam Rabbit. And I feel like she slayed. I thought the song... I didn't know how really I felt about the song. I was like, oh, this is like spooky. But based on her delivery, I was starting to fall in love with it. I also need to give her props for giving us a rap-heavy track.
I like her a lot as a performer. I really do like Pam Rabbit. She's got a lot of charisma in her. Also,
and the rap was actually pretty good, you guys. I think it was my favorite rap so far this year.
Okay. I mean...
I think that's where that stands because all the attempts that have been made, like, who's going to take that place? Umami Tsunami?
God, no. Thank God we lost. I honestly, if they would have won Eurovision... If they would have won Melody Grand Prix, I would have been done. I would have been out.
They weren't going to. They were never going to.
I would have been like, Norway, I have no more respect for you guys' taste in music. At all.
I mean, honestly, Tick was too much, but...
honestly, yeah, Jeff Froh. Czechia is on its way for the best result ever. I mean, the Czech Republic knows what they're doing.
It can happen.
I keep saying it. They're going to win this decade. Period. I know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I know it's going to happen. And if it happened, I'd be okay with it because, like Peter points out, Alicia's favorite dream host city is Prague too.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, I'm at this point, I'm like, at this point, I really do feel like our country who's winning this year is a country who's never won before.
Hopefully we get a Kiev in that sense.
Yeah, but that being said, it's not this next country we're going to be talking about today.
Nope.
Because that next country is Malta.
Is it good? Is it bad? Is it a little higher than average? Not even that. So the following 24 songs qualify from the semifinal, which will take place on Thursday, and then the final will occur on the Super Saturday. Brooke was singing Checkmate. Maxine Pace was singing Alone. The Busker performs Dance, Our Own Party. Matt Black performed Up. Gratitude performs Sound of My Stilettos. Fabrizio Faniello sings Try to Be Better. Eliana Gomez Blanco from Junior Eurovision sings Guess What. Christian Arding singing Ekuchar. Dan singing It'll Be Okay, Gio DeBono singing The Mirror, Mikhail singing Let Hen Fichpa, Nathan singing Creeping Walls, Klinsman singing Piranha, Ian singing On My Own. Ooh, I feel like I'm taking like a big table's orders, like I'm a server again. Dario Benzina singing Bridal Road. This isn't the only Dario, by the way. Mark Anthony Bartolo singing Tears, Andre Broken Hill, Bradley DeBono singing Blackout, Cheryl Balzan singing La La Land, Dominic and Anna singing Whatever the Wind May Blow, Ryan Hilly singing In the Silence, Stefan singing Heartbreaker, Jada singing I Depend on You, and finally Chris Gretsch singing Indescribable. Woo! Those are all the semifinal songs, you guys. That probably took so long to read, but do you have any favorites?
At this point, I'm bust or a bust.
I can see why you say that.
They are honestly the song that is the most interesting in the show. They have the most charisma in the show.
The one song I will pick to talk about from this election, Brooks Checkmate, because I love a strong female vocal no matter the quality of the song, because that song is not great. That song sucks. But you know what? She has a nice female, like strong vocal. I'll support it. So that is the one that I feel like needs mentioning.
Carmen asks, is Malta voting for the song or for the singer this year? The answer is yes, aka I don't know.
The answer is also no.
Honestly, it's either choose the busker or choose a singer and buy something from Sweden.
Yeah. I mean, it's Malta. Do that and we won't be mad, you know?
Yeah. You guys have the voices, you just don't have the songwriters.
Exactly.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone needs help every once in a while.
It's true.
So yeah, well, Ira Lasco, even when she won last time, she went and got a song from Sweden.
She did. It was a better song at that. Because the old Chameleon,
Let me tell you
the first
about
Chameleon,
how I feel about Molly Peterson Hammer.
Did she have a stint with Malta?
She wrote Walk on Water.
She did. I forgot she was the writer of Walk on Water.
Vocals.
She was. Oh my god, I forgot all about that.
And she did the backing vocals. All right, so
Molly, get back to Melfest. Speaking of Melfest.
Yes. Thank you. Semifinal one happened. Our qualifiers for direct to final were Tone with, what she's saying, and then with Jan Henrik, Ark North, and Adam Woods with their song that went direct to final. Then our songs that were, what is it called? Second chance round, whatever we're calling it now. Well, they don't call it Andre Johnson anymore. They call it something else. I think they call it a semi. So anyways, those songs that went to the semi were Elo and Benny with Ragangar and Victor Krona with Diamond.
The Evas were robbed.
They were robbed. Absolutely robbed. 100% robbed.
That is my main sentiment coming out of this.
I'm happy they gave Tona something that was an effect. Because it was nice to see her seeing something age appropriate.
Tona can work the camera, by the way. Like she can work.
She's great at camera work.
Swept every age category, mind you.
And you know what? I'm going to just say this from Carmen real quick because Carmen says my biggest issue. Carmen, will we ever get a risk-taking song from Sweden? I think that's your answer. Honestly, the biggest issue I have with Melfest for the last few years is it feels so stagnant. Melody Festival has basically been the same since like I started
2017, 2016.
Before that, it's just been in the same kind of stasis. And I can't get excited for it because every other national final, except most other national finals are evolving. But Melody Festival is staying the same. I get it. It's meant to entertain the Swedish public. But like you're not bringing us anything groundbreaking.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes we do get something a lot fresher in Melfest, that one-off time, but it doesn't do well on the show.
Yeah, so at this point, I'm not really pumped for Melfest. Do you want to talk about the list of artists for the second semi?
Yes. So in the second semifinal in Melfest, we're going to get Victoria singing All of My Life / Where Have You Been? Eden will be performing on Comfortable. Uya Brandelius singing Gritan, Panatos, Who's Back? will be singing On My Way. Tennessee Tears performing Now I Know. Maria Sur from Ukraine going to be performing Never Give Up. And Theo's singing Mir of Day. Yep. Those are the 7. What do you think?
I think I'm gonna have the same feeling about them as I did about this Simi, which is
lackluster.
And there's not even some Evas to make me excited.
I like Victoria. I like her entries typically. I look forward to her, but generally, yeah, this does seem like it's kind of dead in the water.
It's just like I'm not. The next time I'm gonna probably be excited for Malfest is maybe Simi 4. We'll see what Lorraine has. Also, does anyone know why Thomas G-Son was escorted out of the green room?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Explain what happened to me. I would love to know.
I saw a tweet. Someone replied to me basically saying that he like broke into the green room or something when he wasn't supposed to. I don't know the story behind that. If anyone actually has the story, be sure to tell us because we're curious.
You know what wouldn't shock me? That he wasn't supposed to be there, but like he just didn't realize he wasn't supposed to be there since he has so many songs of LED Festival on every year. So he's like, yeah, of course I have a song in this Simi, and just didn't happen. I don't know, but I would love to know if I can get confirmation on it.
Tell us if anyone knows.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about Lithuania because they had their first semi-final. Do you want to go ahead and read the qualifiers from that?
So the qualifiers coming from Lithuania were Ruta Moore singing So Low, Petunia performing Love of My Life, Il Senso singing Sparnai, Gabrielis Vigelius singing Sauksmas, Justa Kaujelaite singing Need More Fun. And yeah, like it does make sense why they made it through. Were there any highlights that you feel like needed to be addressed?
I mean, I already talked about how much I love Ruta. I want her to win.
Of course, she was going to make it. Yeah,
I want to have her in Eurovision. Gabrielis, happy to have him. Need More Fun. That song is so much fun. The staging is so great. Like, imagine that staging in Liverpool.
In Liverpool, right? I say majority of these songs are Eurovision ready.
Yeah, everyone that qualified, I would say, is Eurovision ready.
Yeah,
honestly, which is great for Lithuania. But yeah, and then were there any ones you wanted to bring up?
Love of My Life, ballad, dramatic, brought me to tears at one point, ready to go to Eurovision. I love that song. I hope it at least does well.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and just hit on semifinal 2 real quick, kind of give it a preview. Who are you looking forward to seeing at semi 2?
The one I'm looking forward to seeing at semi 2 is Moonbee or Paulina. Like I don't know what else to say. Pop girls.
Paulina is on my list too. I love her. She just has it. Like she's giving me Britney. She's giving me like 1999 Britney Spears fresh. Song's a bit dated, but I don't care. I love that genre. And Beatrice. Oh, that song is so much fun. It makes me want to jump on a couch.
It's Paramore. It's
so good. All right. So we go from talking about Lithuania to their neighbor Latvia. We had Supernova. Do you want to just read off the qualifiers real quick?
The qualifiers were Artur Sati singing Love Vibes, Alice Hajima singing Tricky, Toms Kolorowskis performing When It All Falls, 24 Avenida singing You Said, Marcus Riva performing Forever, Ave singing Let Me Go, Patricia singing Hush, Ram performed Fake Love, Louisa sang You to Hold Me, and Sudden Lights performed Aya.
All right. First off, I want to say I am so sad Inspo flopped.
Why? It wasn't that bad, you guys. What the heck?
I don't know what happened. I think she sounded fine.
That like we lost a very significant song. Yeah, we're all mourning.
Yeah, we're all in mourning still. That being said, Latvia still has options, in my opinion.
They do. They definitely still have options. But Inspo, that could have been the one for me. Could have been.
Yeah. Sudden Lights is excellent.
I am really happy to see them through. Yeah, that is one of my favorites. I'm really happy
to see them come through. That could do well. That could qualify. Like
easily.
It doesn't make me scared.
Yeah.
Then what else is there? I wrote down Patricia. I love Hush.
Hush, that grew on me. I used to hate it. I'm liking it. Y'all got me.
It's good. It's catchy. It's like intense. It kind of like straddles the line between like Riot Girl and like edgy. It's just good. It's good.
It's avant-garde. I love it.
Yeah, those are the two at this point I would highlight the most. Yeah.
And so yeah, those are our highlights from Supernova. Yeah, Sudden Lights was the one I wanted to mention. But yes.
Yeah. I mean, they got like a quarter of the votes.
Fingers
Like
crossed.
24%.
Hopefully they make it.
So
Hopefully they go.
odds are we're going to be seeing Sudden Lights in Liverpool. And I'm sorry, guys. We have to, like I said, we have to rush.
Yeah, like, because she got somewhere to go.
AKA, I got to get out of this hotel. For like kicked out. Next up, we have Estee Lau happening. Go ahead and read off the finalists.
Milik singing To You, Inger, Awaiting You, Janik performing House of Glass, Elisa singing Bad Philosophy, ML singing So Good / At What You Do, Bedwetter's performing Monsters, Andreas performing Why Do You Love Me, Alika singing Bridges, Annette and Freddie singing You Need to Move On, Ollie performing Venom, Mia singing Uksam Koraga, and Cici performing Lighthouse. I really want to talk about Venom. I like Venom. We haven't talked about that in previous streams. That is one of my favorite songs.
I hate Venom. I can't stand it.
Oh my god.
I can't stand it. I'm tired of acting like it's okay. It sounds like a Nickelback
you came
song.
around.
It's embarrassing. I don't know. Did Europe not have Nickelback? Did they get spared Nickelback?
It's so Nickelback. It's so Nickelback. I like it though. I hate Nickelback. I like this song though.
I can't stand it. I hear it. I just immediately go, these are divorced dads.
Ollie is like a college kid.
I understand that, but why does he sound like he has an alimony payment and child support due, and they're going to start garnishing his checks?
Stop. Oh my gosh.
I literally went to see a show last night with a 57-year-old man performing.
But you said that was good. You said that was seductive.
It was better than, it wasn't divorced dad energy. I didn't have a fear that someone was going to cry about their alimony.
Ollie's like the same age as me.
I don't care. I don't like this song. I hear it and I go, oh, what are people obsessed with this for?
I don't know, but I like it anyways. Clearly, it's not the one that you want to talk about, but I will represent Ollie.
Okay, you can represent Ollie. If we want, okay, my absolute favorite song is You Need to Move On. The song is so cool.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah. It's the kind of song only Estonia can give us when it comes to Eurovision.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's really
good. Love it
to
pieces.
At some point, Estonia is going to send this out. At some point.
Now, another song that's kind of popular, looking at the streaming, is To You by Milik.
Yes.
I would be happy to have that too.
Good. It's summery. It's good for the summer.
It's also older men singing a rock song, but it doesn't make me think they're upset and they think that child support is theft. It's the energy Ollie is bringing to the table.
Stop!
If I don't have custody, why do I have to pay child support? That's what I'm thinking when I hear Ollie.
I can't believe you. You're so wrong for that. You are so wrong for that.
Am I wrong or am I right? All right. Just real quick, looking at comments. Okay, looking at comments, Carmen says Sissy and MLs are my fave. I get it.
Yeah.
For me, Sissy sells Lighthouse. I did not get that song until I saw it live.
Exactly how I feel.
If ML's like Shock 1, I'd be like, ooh, girl, yes.
That could qualify. Ooh, if it's Shock 1, it could qualify.
Not gonna lie, most of the songs, even Venom, even though I hate it, I could see qualification for. I'm going to say out of the songs competing, more than half of them would qualify. And honestly, more than half of them, if they qualified, would be my top 5.
Ooh, Estonia, look at you, girl.
Estonia has some real good options.
They do.
I just am afraid they're going to choose Nickelback.
Don't be afraid. Let it grow on you. Just pay a little alimony this time.
But here's the problem, Jeffro. Jeffro says if there's one thing Sissy will do, she'll get those jury votes. If you're talking about Estee Lau, the jury at Estee Lau really likes Annette and Freddie. And that's the kind of thing the juries at Estee Lau tend to go for. But if Sissy makes it to Eurovision, we don't have juries at Eurovision for the
semis. And it's harder for slow songs to qualify this year because of that. Maybe. We don't know. We don't know yet. Really that's just what the trends suggest.
Okay, so let's head on over to Croatia real quick. For Dora.
Yes.
Do you want to go ahead and read? Did I even write notes about who's performing?
We don't have who's performing, but we do have the ones that we wanted to highlight, or at least I have one that I feel like I need to mention.
I have 3 I wrote down. So go ahead and give me your one.
Okay, the one that I would like to mention is Kreni Dalje by Annie Jurisic, I believe her name is. It's trappy, it's melodic, it has a lot of stuff in Balkan pop music that I really like, so that is my favorite currently. I need to go through back and listen to a lot of the other songs though, because a lot of them were just, I need to wait and sit with them still.
For me, I think the one I would highlight the most, because I mean the finals next week. Me personally, I was reading the Mama Shish. I don't know how to pronounce that. I let 3. I was into it. Like it hit me. I'm like, it's got like that post communist rock sound that you only get from countries of
on the other side of the curtain.
Yeah, like it's got that sound.
Yeah.
And I find myself really drawn to that sound. It's like rocky, and I'm into it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just maybe in a rock mood this weekend.
Heck yeah.
The other one I was
will do that to you.
The other one I was into was Navera Lele.
Yes.
Again, it just has a sound I'm drawn to. I hear like we don't really have anything like that in my part of the world. So like that kind of sound I'm just drawn to as well.
It could be justice for Poland's Palisze.
Oh my gosh, robbed queens. Robbed. They were utterly robbed. I'm still
robbed. Yeah.
I'm still mad. And then Carmen says, and Let 3 are gonna put on a show.
Yes.
They've been around for a while, haven't they? Like they're one of those like weird, edgy rock bands, I think. And like I like it. I like it when you bring me punk energy.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. So,
those are
do you
flash
have
highlights from Croatia. Not off the bat. I look forward to a good show. Are we ready to close out with Romania?
Yeah. Romania has options this year.
They do. They do.
Do you want to just talk about? I guess we'll choose 1 or 2 each or whatever.
I could definitely just talk about one. So one that I want to talk about is Faralais by I can't find her name. No, that's the wrong one. I'm at least gonna Adriana Moraru. Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
it's confusing. Like I can't quite pick up the rhythm or melody, but there's choreography, and I love the fact that she's just like serving face the whole time. There's something about it though that I'm just so attracted to as opposed to the other acts. I do think there's a lot of options here, but I'm really attracted to this one. Je ne sais quoi.
If I had to choose one, I'm gonna go with DGT, Off and On.
Ooh, yeah.
I like that a lot.
It was really interesting.
It's like, just like when you listen to it, it's like one of those ones I kind of want to pick apart to figure out how exactly it works.
He's dressed like he goes to the school of Matilda, but I mean, like, other than that.
I mean, did you watch that movie? It was decent. It was good.
It was formative. Are you kidding? It was formative for me. But it was really good, you guys. Like, vocally, he nailed every note.
Yeah,
he was on
and
it.
Like this is kind of like the one that came up most polished right off the bat. Like least amount of work had to do to make it like not sound like a bad demo. It's on my alley. It's gonna it has throwback vibes. There's a bunch of stuff happening in it that makes you pick apart the song and figure out what makes it tick really. So yeah, I have nothing but positive things to say about that one in particular.
Good job, DMT. We're going to be hopefully singing your DGT. Hopefully we'll be.
Did you say DMT?
Sorry. I did not. DGT, you performed so well. Hopefully by some point we'll get you a Eurovision. If not this year, then you could definitely do it again next year. Stop looking at me like that.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us there. I'm sorry, like we had to rush towards the end, but I gotta get somewhere.
Like if you miss any topics, do make sure to comment and tell us.
Yes. Thank you all so much. Like leave us comments, talk about things, give us a follow, because there's gonna be more polls this week. Don't forget to check out EurovisionFam.com, and we are Eurovision Fam on all the social media sites. And yeah, we'll see you guys again next week because Saturday's a super Saturday.
Super Saturday of the season. we'll see you after that, and hopefully we'll have a little bit more time to talk. But yeah,
we will have enough. We have more time to talk for sure.
Definitely. So
yeah.
Lili, go enjoy your day in New York, and I'm gonna enjoy
Bye.
my day here in California. Goodbye, y'all. It's been lovely. See you next time.
See you guys. Bye. Ending broadcasts.